me to find myself. Okay. Hello, everyone. We are live. We need to edit it though. It says, let's read Harry Potter together. The text on top of me. And as we do that, welcome to all of you who just joined the live session, people. Hello, hello. A happy Friday to all of you. Hopefully, you all have TGIF. Hi, Irina. I know you're iguana. Irina, hello. Welcome to you. How has the week been? I hope you're fine and happy and thriving. And I hope Irina and the rest of you. Ozil, oh my God, it's been so long. And I hope all of you. Today, my birthday. What? Ah! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Iguana. Hey, happy birthday. Why are you in the live? Don't you have plans tonight? Spend time with your family. Thank your mom for bringing you out in this world, huh? Irina, birthdays more than ever is important to you, and as well as your mother, who basically was the one who did something on that day. Yeah, so happy birthday, Irina. Got no plans, but you can have a plan. You know what you can plan? You can plan to sit down and reflect and be thankful for the number of years that you have lived in this world, Irina. There's a lot of things to be thankful for, especially when you're still alive and breathing. Yes, happy birthday to you. And you see, thank you for the everyone who just got in the live. Please send your greetings to Irina. Happy birthday. Welcome, Alyssa. Alyssa, how are you, madam? Are you ready for the holidays? How's secondary one life so far? Mm-hmm. Ozil, how are you? How's life been? I haven't seen you in a while as well. You see? Oh, Teacher Rin also gave that. Can you hear the background music, people? What's a happy day? Started it all with a happy on a happy note. Celebrating a birthday. Oreo, thank you for liking the live, and the rest of you who just arrived, thank you, welcome. It's been really busy. Life has been busy, is it? I know, especially when you're getting closer to the middle of the year, right? Yeah, I know. It's not gonna go down anytime soon. But I hope this June holiday break, okay, at least you are able to manage half of it, relax, take a breather, recharge, but at the same time, don't fully stop your revisions. Keep the momentum going, even when it's not as much. I'm preparing for prelims. Yes, Ozil, this is the year. Ozil, oh my God. Ozil, yes, please. It's a very, very crucial year for you. Don't slack off. I don't even have time for revision. I'm always tired. Alyssa, don't tire yourself too much. Now I understand it's not easy. It's not easy. So a very high level of time management skills is very much needed, especially at this time of the year, huh? And speaking of holidays, today I'm going to be sharing about the June holiday programs that we have, that you can share with, to your friends or to family members, to relatives that you think might need these programs as well. Yeah. Hello to those of you who do not know me. I'm Teacher Mitsuko, and if you can see my stage today, whatever you see on top is a visualization of whatever it is that I'm going to talk about. And if at some point you have questions about the programs that I'm talking about, or about rights to work in general, you can always WhatsApp us at the number there, 84049281, or might as well, there's a button here below that says service plus. Okay, you can click that and provide us your contact information. I'd be happy to forward it. Oh yes, very nice. You can see the moving arrow. You that I will forward your contact information to our operations team, and they'll be happy to answer your questions when it comes to any of our programs here in Bradas of Work. Yes, people. Now, this coming June, we have a total of 7 programs that we are offering you. The best thing about it is that we're running them for 4 weeks in June to give you more flexibility of the dates that you're available to take them. At the same time, we're offering them in multiple locations. So we're trying our best to really bring it closer to your place. I understand. So 7 programs. There is a program available for every primary level, very exciting ones as well. And the wonderful thing for today, I'm also going to share with you what we are planning to offer you after June, people. Sure, today my WA2, huh? What a tough birthday, ah. But it's a good birthday, you know, because when you're birthday, you're a bit more strong. You're stronger because you remember your life, and so I hope you had the strength, to face your examination today, Irina. Hi, Sherlyn. Oh my God, everyone is here today. I'm so happy to see all of you. Hello, Sherlyn. How are you? Sherlyn, it's Irina's birthday. Greet her. It was kind of easy, okay? I'm happy that you thought it was easy. So at least you're not so stressed, mom, thinking about it, yeah? Very good, Irina. So 7 programs for June, and I shall share with you what are your options after June, because it's a good time to really think ahead and plan ahead, okay? And as you can see here, on the June PSLE Composition Writing Program, it's a 5-day crash course that we have opened due to public demand. We usually used to offer this in September. We are now opening this up in June to give you a bit more time to internalize and write a story that you're learning from this, and practice more of the skills, the story banking method that you are going to learn from this as well. Yeah. So what's after June? Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. You actually have 2. Okay, good news for all of you, huh? Just to give you something to celebrate. Yeah, something to celebrate. After June, there are 2 more school holidays that you can look forward to. Yes. It's gonna be the Youth Day and a National Day. One for July, one for August. And because we see this as golden opportunity, we are offering 1-day oral programs for these 2 days. Most especially because the PSLE oral is the first hurdle you have to go through for the entire PSLE examination, which is going to be, if I remember it correctly, 13th and 14th of August. So we are offering 2 1-day programs. It's the PSLE oral intensive crash course and the PSLE 1-to-1 intensive coaching. I'll dive into the details of these programs much later on, people. Yes. Now, those of you who want to really focus on paper 2, I shall talk about the Top Schools English Exam Paper 2 revision in a moment as well. Yeah, hey. And the good thing about this is that it's weeknights. You don't need a school holiday for this. You can take this, and we are offering this in 5 different rounds. You see, 5 different rounds. So you have a lot of options. You can always find the time to do the revision. Now, let me touch on the PSLE Oral Intensive Crash Course. I'm talking about this because we are currently running the early bird promotion. Yay! And so if you join our PSLE Oral Crash Course, anything that we're offering for the July and August school holiday, you'll be getting a very special ebook on acing PSLE containing exam SOPs, vocabulary, commonly misspelled words, exam mantras, or even grammar cheat sheets. Everything in one ebook. So you have the QR code there on top that you can easily scan if you are interested to really read more about it or register. Yeah. So the intensive crash course is a 2-hour session where you will go into learning commonly tested themes and at the same time learning a good structure and how to present your responses, especially that now PSLE 2025 format has been updated. So the way we teach lessons and the techniques that we're teaching are also updated to fit to the new syllabus. Okay, now PSLE Oral 1-to-1 intensive coaching, and this is for all of you, for those of you who actually prefer to really do it 1-to-1, so that all the attention of the teachers is directed to you. All the questions that you have is going to be entertained, and at the same time, it's more targeted because now the feedback will be a bit more curated to however you perform during the 1-to-1 session. It's 1 hour. And it's also available 7 July and 11 August during this school holiday. Thank you. And finally, I repeated that. And finally, to those of you who are looking into mastering paper 2, I understand that this is almost. Hi, I got perm ban on my other account. Wish me luck to get it back. Why? What happened? Songbird Supreme. Is this you, Mariah Carey? Mariah, what happened? Why do you think you were permanently banned? What could be the reason? Did they give an explanation? Mm-hmm. Yeah, did they at least give an explanation? Yes. So wow, Mariah, they thought I was impersonating. Oh, because of the name. I see, I see, I see. It's okay. Then Songbird Supreme, not bad. I still call you Mariah. Don't worry. Okay, okay. Do not let that dishearten you. That does not question your love for Mariah Carey. Okay. Now, those of you who are looking into mastering paper two, we offer this fully online 10-day lesson to all primary 5 and primary 6 students, 2 separate lessons, wherein you are going to go through a top school paper from 2024, which is going to be the most recent end of year examination for P5, most recent prelim for P6 per day. So because patterns and repetitions and structures and how to deal with the different questions and sections in paper 2 is very important for you to master that paper, which is almost half of your entire PSLE grade. Ay, 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 Songbird Supreme, Mariah. They thought you were impersonating. I see, I understand. Is this another unskippable ad? Yes. This is, you are right, madam. And to those of you who are going to join any of our holiday programs, you're going to get a $50 regular program voucher. So that if you want to try out our regular programs, you have a voucher to use for yourself. And the best thing is, here's the best thing. I really love this ebook, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. If you are gonna enroll this month, okay, this month during the early bird promotion for PSLE Oral Intensive Crash Course and PSLE Oral 1-to-1 Intensive Coaching, you are gonna get this ebook. This ebook is 60 pages. What have we placed in this ebook? The first one is the most important thing. We have written down here, collated, consolidated examination SOPs that you can follow, and revision tips specifically for paper 1, paper 2, and paper 4. What's the process that you go through when you are in that when you are already in that part of the paper? What are common pitfalls that you should be looking out for? What are commonly tested questions on those specific sections, and so on. On top of that, we have added a vocabulary list, a list of phrasal verbs, and how to use them for your own revision as well. Commonly misspelled words in the P5 and P6 level. Mantras that you can tell yourself in the examination to calm yourself down and believe in yourself, arm yourself up. And finally, we also added a grammar cheat sheets there, covering grammar questions that are commonly tested in PSLE. So join us for these courses and get this ebook for free, ladies and gentlemen. Sure, what are we learning today? Today you are learning all of the programs that we're offering for June and other school holidays after June, madam. Yes. So for those of you who are going to join our Top Schools English Exam Paper 2 revision, which is going to run from July all the way to September, it's a 10-day fully online program where you're going through a Top School Paper 2 paper for the recent 2024 examinations. You are going to get a free Write as a Work model composition with over 65 model compositions from primary all the way to secondary. So feel free to scan the QR code right here on top of me and then explore the details of the website. In the website, hello. Irina's unskippable ad. Yes, correct. Now, June holiday programs, let's dive into that first because that's the very first one that's coming up now. 2 to 27th, 2nd to 27th of June, primary 1 to 6 multiple locations. Levels, primary 1 to primary 6, we have something for every single one of you. And of course, on top of the lessons, we're giving out gifts as well. So the first one is a June PSLE Composition Writing Crash Course. I love to talk about this. 5 days, 3 hours per lesson. And as you go through all 5 days, I'm gonna tell you the titles of all the 5 days of this crash course. And as I tell you the title, I'm gonna add one additional thing that you're actually learning per day. So day 1 for June PSLE Composition Writing Crash Course, you are actually learning seconds to choose. So what happens in the 3 hours? Sure. In the 3 hours, you are, of course, number one, learning the story. You are going to learn it, you're going to master it, you're going to learn the details of it. And it's an AL1 caliber composition. It's important that you know how an A1 essay or how an AL1 composition actually looks like, and you get to practice it. Because unless you have seen one, it's very hard to actually do one of the same level. Mm-hmm. Yes. Now, on day two, you'll be learning supersitter, but on top of that, of course, you are learning how to unpack composition questions. So you know what exactly is required of you when you are given a quality composition question, or when you're given a verb composition question, or when you're given a combination of an adjective and a noun composition question. There's a difference between them asking you to write about a special gift and a gift. What's the difference? When they give you a compo question of a special gift, there is an important emphasis on what makes the gift special. And the examiners will be looking for that when they mark your paper. As opposed to a gift, the gift is a main gist, okay? And how the gift was given, what was the gift, and so on. But there was no, while the gift is the crucial point, there is no burden for you to really emphasize on it being special, right? So the gift can be something disappointing. The gift can be something that made you so happy, but as long as there's a gift, right? But it's different when you say a special gift. So these are the kind of things that we actually discuss in class to make sure that you write what is required of you based on the composition question given to you. Yeah. Day three is small acts, big effects. Now, of course, you're learning the story. You're learning to unpack the compo question. You are also learning a writing mechanic per day. When I say you're learning a writing mechanic per day, that means to say you are learning a very special writing technique or writing style that is fully embedded in the composition that you are writing for that specific day. So for example, for this composition, you are going to master personification. Yeah, know that. Or for that lesson, you're going to master 5 senses description, because it talks about, a celebration, a party, and it's very crucial to be very descriptive when you talk about parties, for example. Yeah. So different day, every day you are learning a different writing mechanic, a writing technique. Okay. Now, day 4, intensive crash course, Big Brother Ben. Another story to master. Now, mastering a story actually also means to say planning it effectively. You'll be taught how to plan quickly and learning the story at the same time. And it's very important that you do actually plan. Your planning should tell you beforehand, okay, even before writing your composition, that your entire plot is complete and it answers the compo question, that your entire plot is good enough to fit the picture that you've chosen, and your entire plot has all the elements of a complete story. And that kind of effective planning will really help you save time when you write the composition, because you don't want to stop halfway through or closer to the end realizing, I haven't written about the party yet, but the composition question is a happy celebration, but I only have 10 minutes left. I've only written the introduction so far. That problem, right? With a planning, you would have really directed yourself well when it comes to time, right? Or with a planning, you would have known that, this kind of story was actually hard for me to insert the picture. Yeah. So planning strategy also added inside. And last day, you're learning trouble bubbles. Now, I will reveal to you the most important thing that you're learning for every single day of the June PSLE Composition Writing Crash Course. Yeah, you already learned about, sure, I know, we will unpack the compo question. We will learn a new writing technique or writing mechanic. We will also, who's going to teach compo now though? 90s Bell Voice, wow, in TikTok Live. We are still, all our teaching, we still have teaching live sessions, 90s Bell Voice, do not worry. You just have to make sure you look out for our weekly schedule update every Monday, so you at least can find which sessions and what timings they fall into, okay? So finally, what I was sharing in this composition writing crash course, it's 3 hours, because the moment you learn the story, we're also going to be teaching you how to properly adapt this story to all different types of compo questions and other possible pictures that you may be facing for examination. There's 2 things here. We're trying to help you master the craft of making good use of the bank of knowledge that you already have. Because basically, that's what really happens when you go for examinations. You tap into everything that you have actually already learned. Mhm. Whatever you write, whatever you say in the oral examination is a product of what you have previously learned. But to do it effectively, you have to make sure that you know how to manipulate these content in your head, these knowledge in your head, such that you use them according to the exam requirements, and at the same time, by showcasing your the good command of the English language that you have learned all throughout these years. So these are all the 5 days of our June PSLE composition writing crash course, ladies and gentlemen. It's all right there. If you're interested, feel free to scan the QR code. Yeah. Now, I want to show you, since I'm speaking about the June PSLE Compo Writing Crash Course, I want to show you a video of a student, okay? She already graduated. She's a graduate. She's been with us for many years, primary six all the way to secondary. Eventually got A1 for English. Very proud of you, Romaine. Is the student you? No. No, not me. I like to share her video because how she answered the interview questions is really a proof of the method, the story banking method of Writers of Work working for students. And that's what we are aiming for in this June PSLE composition writing crash course. So let's have a look at Romaine's interview. Mhm. Okay, let's pause it right there because she's going to talk about her internship experience at this point. Which, by the way, she interned with us after she graduated and before she moved on in her academic career. Um, 90s, okay, ha. Hello, 90s Belle Voice, Mariah and Irina. I'm happy that you're actually listening to the video. Eh, teacher Jamie is also like a teacher to me. That's how it is. I can tell you, I am not at teacher James's caliber. That one for sure. I can tell you. Teacher, are you hardworking? No lah, I don't. I'm not. Why you call me 90s? I'm Mariah. It's just easier for me to call you by your handle because it's what I see. So visually, it's just easier for me like that. Mhm. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. So of course, be reminded. Just a quick connection, right? She mentioned Romaine mentioned just now that she has a very favorite essay from Right to Work, and she basically used that essay and adapted it for her entire secondary three to secondary four essays. And truth be told, a lot of our secondary students do exactly the same thing, and they're very good at it because not only are they able to fully internalize the vocabulary, the structure, and the flow of these essays based on how it was taught in class. At the same time, they know they have that level of skills in writing that actually makes them learn to manipulate it well. So it's truly amazing how the scaffolding that happens every single lesson they go for Righteous at Work. Um, it really ends up being very helpful for them in the examination. In fact, you look like a student. Oh yes, I like that. Okay. Now everyone, June Piesley Compo Crash Course, that was it that I just talked about recently. Welcome to those of you who just joined. I'm teacher Mitsuko. I'm currently going through the lessons and the programs we're offering for June holiday program and for the school holidays that comes after June holiday program as well. So these are all the ones that I actually mentioned to you. Look them up on top. These are all the things that you're going through for the 3 hour lessons that you will attend for the 5 day crash course, which is the June PSC composition writing crash course. Yeah. Now, if you are at the moment very busy and you want to move on, but you still want to have a look at the holiday programs available for you here at Writers at Work, feel free to scan the QR code right here. Or if you want us to just reach out to you, there is a button here. A button here, Service Plus. Okay, click that, and then you see, magic. It will ask you to provide your contact information. We will forward this to our what do you call this? We will forward this to our operations team so that we can reach out to you. There is no button. There is no. It's pointing at the English tuition sign. Are you serious? There is a button though. Do you see that orange button, Mariah Carey? You know there is like a bag that shows shop, correct? And then beside the bag, there should be like a service button. There is not. Really, huh? I didn't know. So what do you actually see at the bottom of your screen? Beside the area where you type your comments, Mariah. May I know? I'm curious. So you have first question. You have the shopping bag icon, correct? It just says gift rose. Oh really? No. Really, huh? Yeah, I have the button. Is it only because oh my god. I've been saying this for the longest time. And then there's no button. Is it? Interesting. So in the right order, okay, now I'm very curious. In the correct order, Mariah, from the left side all the way to the right side, what do you actually see from your end? Is it because you are banned by TikTok? That's why your buttons are limited. It will be helpful if you give me a description of the icons. Type is on the left. Okay, understand. Is that the very first thing on the left that you see? No, even on my old account, also don't have. I see. Okay, so type. Then what's after type? Okay, thank you so much, Mariah, for sharing with us your perspective. Emoji. Okay, correct. That is correct. Yes. And then, mm-hmm. After emoji, then guest rose gift, and then share. Okay. Okay, got it, got it. Mariah, thank you for letting me know. I shall the team and I will go back to making sure you we put this button back. Okay. Okay, because just to give you an idea, whenever I say that, you can share the live for us then. Thank you, very smart. To give you an idea, and from our end, we do see a button. When you click it, it does prompt the people to provide their name and their contact details. That's yeah, I thought it was also on your end. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Yeah. Now, I have actually talked to you about our holiday programs, but you may also be wondering about the people who are teaching these programs here at Riders of Work. Our experienced pool of teachers are, of course, ready to teach these programs to you, both the regular ones and the holiday programs ones. Most especially because they actually go through a very rigorous training here in Riders of Work just to make sure that our teaching philosophy and our goals and missions align. And we also want to make sure that we help them have the confidence to really step into the classroom and teach you the best way they can, especially with the curriculum that we have. So, why are you not one of them in the picture, is it? Not one of them, as in, why am I not in the picture? Yeah. So in the meantime, while you're trying to respond and clarifying your question, what are the trainings that I actually go through? So for example, you see here on top is a lesson preparation training. Yes, even preparing the lesson, which I can show you later some screenshots of the lesson prep that our teacher actually do and prepare beforehand before they step into the classroom. Um, we have a separate training for that because it's important that every lesson is planned down to the last second, down to the last minute, because we technically only have, for regular programs, how much time do we have? We only can see our students once a week, but we want to make sure that that entire number of days that we see the students for one full year, for example, is structured in a way that every lesson for every specific week and month is geared towards preparing you fully whatever level of English skills you are currently in. The view. Try looking closer, the view. Huh? What do you mean? So you also see here, for example, we do like flash forward training. Flash forward is one of the very special types of introduction that we teach our students to make their story come alive and make it more, make it stand out as opposed to the usual types of introduction. So even that, we gather our teachers to make sure that they know the best possible way to present and teach this technique, and at the same time, they know what the technique is as well. So there's a lot of things. We do parent communication training. We do script analysis training even because we help our students analyze their scripts from school. We understand that the best way to really see progress is to see both your progress here in Riders of Work, but at the same time, your progress in school as well. So we do that kind of training as well because different schools have different rubrics. So we expose our teachers to all these things so they're very well versed with how the students are being graded in school as well, because we want to be partners of the school. We want to make sure that whatever the school teaches, it aligns with what we do, and we complement whatever it is that the student is learning from the school. The arrow is still pointing. Yes, I know. We all can see it, madam. Yeah. Now, moving on to the oral programs that we're offering for June holiday. Yes, yes, yes. Before I actually show you and jump into the oral lessons, let me give you a quick overview of all the programs available for you for June. So I'm going to show you a video of myself. I'm going to brace you. It's a video of myself talking about all the 7 programs. It's the one where I'm wearing red. All the 7 programs you have for June. Those of you who are very new, this is a quick crash course for you on our June holiday programs. I shall show it to you in a moment so at least you get an idea. on what your options are. Yeah, even worse. No! Yes, it's coming up in a moment. But while we're waiting for it to be up, there are 7 programs available for June, most especially oral. There's an oral lesson for every single level. It's because, understandably, it's a skill that's not very easy to master. It doesn't come overnight. At the same time, okay, this one is BTS. Okay, let's show you the BTS first. Let's play that. Let's play this. Mhm. Yay! Sign up now. You see, teacher in also there. No, I'm not supposed to actually say that. Sorry. Okay. Yes, it's not 1 hour, Mariah. You see, it's already over. Sure, I already say I broke. I know. But you can still spread the good news, madam. Yes. So that was all the behind the scenes. Every single department in Rise of Work is so much ready to already welcome the students this coming June. Our operations team already printing the notes, preparing the classroom environment to give them a conducive place for learning. Our teachers are already doing lesson prep, which later on I'll give you a sneak peek on how these preps looks like and how they actually plan the lesson down to the detail for every single one of these programs. And then you can see our curriculum team has created a very fun and engaging lesson for every single June holiday. And you can see from here, for example, this is our primary 1 and 2 oral holiday program. It's a 3-day adventure where the students, primary 1 and 2, will have fun while focusing on learning how to speak confidently for these 3 lessons. Yes. Yeah. So this is a very interesting lesson because it's the whole theme is who stole the dragon's egg. Basically, the young learners, like party 1 and 2, will be going through an adventure, a mystery adventure, where they will actually try to guess who stole the dragon's egg. Is it the friendly fairy, the wise wizard, or the grumpy goblin? And every single day, they will dive into each of these suspects, and then they will know what these suspects were doing on the day the dragon's egg was stolen. So at least then they can decide. After knowing, they can decide, is the friendly fairy guilty or not guilty? Or maybe it's the wise wizard because he was doing this and that. Or maybe it's the grumpy goblin because he looks grumpy. He looks very suspicious. So who exactly is it? And while they're going through this mystery adventure, they're also diving into different speaking skills and oral communication skills per day. For the Friendly Fairy Day 1, they're going into pronunciation and enunciation techniques. Day 2 will be expression. Uh, No, day 2 is rhythm and fluency, and day 3 is expression. The most beautiful thing is that you stole it. The most beautiful thing is that we try to make sure as well that they enjoy these lessons. So there is a craft work, there's like a class presentation time, so that at least it's really both fun and engaging for the students. Yeah. So primary 1 and 2 students, join us for the Who Stole the Dragon's Egg adventure that we're going to have this coming June. Yeah. The second one, don't worry, primary 3 and 4 students, we have also curated a different set of oral lessons for you, and you can see the cover page right here. I'm doing it differently. The cover page right here. And this is a 5-day oral thematic lesson where we're diving into one commonly tested theme per day, and then it's 2 hours per lesson, where the first half of the lesson is very intense content building, so at least you learn about the topic, and so later on you have something to talk about when you're asked about this topic, right? Because the first important thing is to know what to say before you even can say it. And after building your content about this topic, the second half will then be focusing on how you deliver your responses and during examinations, and how to make sure that you are providing them in a very structured way such that the examiners can actually understand you. Do the teacher give homework? Good question, Mariah. For holiday program, we do not give a homework. We have structured it in such a way that all the work that's needed by the student is done within the lesson. That's why, for example, it's 2 hours long. That's why, for example, the crash course, the composition writing crash course, is 3 hour long. So the entire activity, everything that you need to do is done during the class. For our regular program, however, we do give homework to our students because they are with us for in a more long-term basis. And so we're able to connect one lesson to the other. And for us to be able to do that, there are some homeworks that we needed to do to make sure that there is a proper scaffolding of their understanding of the lesson. So let's say they write this composition today, this week. Next week, they get the mark script. Then we give them a homework to write the second draft, just to make sure that they have fully internalized everything that they've learned from that composition. Yeah. Now, for our primary 5 and 6 students, we have, yes, quite a few more of opportunities for you to revise. As you understand, you are really the ones going to face the PSLE hurdle this year, the challenge of PSLE. Not to worry, we have everything you need. We have 2 sets of 5-day oral thematic program, because the biggest change in the PSLE 2025 new format is really in paper 4, the oral section. And so the weightage is much higher now. From 15, it went all the way up to 20%. And then the picture stimulus is now changed from a hand-drawn poster to a real-life photograph. And so a lot of the techniques that were previously taught to students do not apply to this anymore. For example, it was very common for teachers to teach them TSO, find the TSO, find the title, the subtitle, and the objective of the advertiser, but then you don't really see titles and subtitles in a real life photograph. So that's completely a different, that's now completely, it requires a completely different skill set. So we have also adjusted these programs to make sure that we're teaching you the skills that you need for the new format. Yes. And for those of you who wants to go for a much more comprehensive practice, you want an oral, but you also want to practice paper 2 because it's also it also has a high weightage for your overall PSLE score. Feel free to join our PSLE English Paper 2 plus Oral program. It's a 5-day program where we actually zoom in on very crucial sections of Paper 2, Oral day 1, and then we go through grammar, synthesis and transformation, comprehension close, and comprehension open-ended. Yeah, thank you so much for the time, Mariah. So yes, feel free to join our holiday programs. You have a very big, oh, you see there's a pop-up there, so fun. Join our June holiday program. You have a very big QR code there that you can scan so that you can explore a bit more of details, or at the same time in our website, you can actually download the product brochure of each of these programs. You can read about it. The pricing is there. The days are there. Like if you want to break down the themes for each day, it's also there. Yeah, so feel free to visit us in this QR code. Or if you have more questions, WhatsApp us at 84049281. It's very big up there. Yeah, and we'll be happy to answer your questions, people. Now, do you see right here? These are some pictures of our very happy students who have gone through our holiday program lessons from their previous rounds. You have here from last year, September holiday program, and then June holiday program from last year as well. We're hoping to see your wonderful faces for this upcoming round of June holiday program as well. Yes, she's happy kids. Another set of happy kids. Wow, look at that. These are the ones when they're doing some of their activities in class. And here, our oral programs, students practicing different themes per day. Look at these happy people. And then, of course, don't just take my word for it. A lot of our parents and students who have experienced the programs themselves. Actually, why are the walls white? Why not, Mariah? You know, sometimes instead of asking why, you say, why not? No? But I like that you ask questions, first and foremost. Now, a lot of them have actually really appreciated their own progress after having joined the program. So let me share with you the Google reviews from our very own Writers Work parents and students who have benefited from our programs, and let's hear it from them on how they see it, you know, from their perspective. Now, first here, yeah, we have over 400. If you actually want to binge read our reviews, you can go to Google and then go to every single branch, and then you can read all the reviews there. Now, let's hear the Google review of Felix. The teacher at WOW is extremely passionate and dedicated to improving the English standards of our child. To encourage my child into reading, the teacher brought along a few books of the different genres to lend my child. We are happy that our child has found the right genre and gained interest in reading. Thank you, Miss Afika. Okay, shout out to our teacher Afika for having that really personalized touch on how you deal with your students. Another one here, Seatol said, this is the first year that our P6 girl is attending the enrichment class at Writers. Very patient and experienced teachers. My girl has improved in her writing in paper two. Very amazing to have improved in both papers, which are two very challenging papers. Congratulations, and we're happy to be part of that success. Yes. Let's hear from two more parents. Let's go. Betty said, I highly recommend Writers of Work to those who need help with composition writing. My elder son scored from AL4 in P5 to AL2 for PSLE results after joining for only 1 year. You know, jumps like this are possible and even higher, even 3-grade jump, 4-grade jump. I have a student who jumped from AL6 in prelim to AL1 in PSLE. Now, sure, I don't believe you. 5-grade jump, huh? From prelim, that's very close to PSLE. That's a miracle. Actually, the student was already kind of like an AL1 caliber student. A lot of the things that led to AL6 in prelims were careless mistakes, you know, writing very good writer, but then misinterpreted the composition question, for example. Yeah. So these things are important things and gaps that you have to close closer to the examination. Yeah. And because she was a regular student with us, we were able to really see this and then fix the problems just before she faced the examinations. So grades jump like this are very possible as long as you are really strategic with how you study closer to examinations and you have the support of a structured curriculum, structured notes, and a very helpful teacher who's there to support you along the way. Yeah. Now, Vanis here said, my kids have shown great improvements in their English language ever since they joined Writers of Work, and I'm glad that we have found WOW. Thank you so much for the heartwarming message. Now, maybe we can explore messages from our students. Now, we've read 4 from our parents. Let's see. Royson here has been with us since primary 3 all the way to when he graduated in Sec 4. Graduated with A1 from O levels. He actually got his results this year. And if you go to our website, if you go to our social media, you will see that he actually recorded the day he got his O level results. Very proud of you, Royston. Now, he said, I have been with Writers of Work for over 5 years now. This is a testament to the caring teachers, innovative curriculum, and engaging lessons. Writers of Work has taught me many examination techniques. SCARE, SCARE, If I had to only pick one technique, it would be scare, as it is a very useful strategy that I use to organize my thoughts before presenting my oral responses during my oral examinations. I benefited from the Writers of Work secondary program as I learned and conceptualized many structures aimed at all aspects of the English paper to help me achieve better results. My Writers of Work teacher has also taught many life virtues, molding my character for many years ahead. Yes, young Royston. He's still young one. And now he is still young Royston. And the one beside him is Yu Yang. Both of them actually spent a few months to intern with us after they graduated. Uh-huh. Well, hello, Yu Yang and Royston. Hope you're both well and thriving. Mhm. Thank you for that very heartwarming review. And you have here, look at this happy student, huh? Look at the jump shot. Mhm. Glad we found writers at work and able to accommodate my both my son's timing. My elder son is primary six this year and had a very tight schedule finding a fit to send my both my sons to class has always been challenging. Writers at work is the only place that has a lot of timing to suit my son, to suit my son's schedule, tight schedule. I like the materials and find that it is well balanced, unlike most center that only focus on composition. I find that the other paper is equally important. Thank you to the teachers and staff and writers at work. Thank you too. I like that she talked about, or he, whoever it is who wrote this, father or the mother, um, they pointed out the balanced. We have really refined the curriculum over the years, such that yeah, it's so fun to see how the curriculum team have always updated the lessons, the notes. Every time there's a change in the syllabus from MOE and SEAB, every time there is like a phenomenon that affects the way students learn. For example, the pandemic happened, we changed the curriculum for that. Or every time there is, for example, changes in the way students live as well, so that the stories are always relatable to them. So there is always updates into the curriculum so that it's always timely and relevant and effective for the students or for the cohort that is going to take that for the upcoming year. So kudos to our curriculum team for always making the lessons balanced and at the same time it is given at a very perfect level to give the right challenge to the student and at the same time still push them to continue learning. Mhm. Don't forget about us. Now, before I proceed to show you some mark scripts and lesson preps, I want to show you a video because now I have read to you some testimonials. Let me show you actually an actual testimonial from full parents. These are parents who shared to us the success stories of their child having gone through lessons with us here in Writers at Work. All right, thank you so much for the heartwarming responses from four of our teachers, teachers' parents. Sorry. Now, I'll show you very quickly some sample scripts and how our teachers mark here, and even sample lesson prep. So at least you see some behind the scenes on the efforts being done before or after the lesson. So after the lesson, for students, the lesson have ended, but for teachers, no, because they have to mark the scripts that has been written in class and make sure that if you look at here on top, the teacher not only points out the mistake, not only labels the mistake to make it understandable to the students, they also correct the mistake. So by the time the student looks at it, they understand the markings. Oh, finally, you're teaching. Oh, never mind. I already told you, Mariah. Everything else that I'm going to share today will only be, supporting to really show how the lessons are going to be run during the holiday programs and even during our regular programs. So they identify, they label, they correct the mistakes so that the students, when they do second draft or when they do their own revisions at home, the Writers at Work notes eventually still becomes a very useful tool and resource for their own revision at home. And that is always our goal when teachers plan for the lessons, when curriculum writers plan to create the notes. It's with that goal that you learn in class, and at the same time the resources you get in class are still very important self-revision resources for our students to go back to when they want to learn again. So you see right here, teachers, on top of even correcting the mistakes, they still add more things to really help to beef up the writing of the students. Yeah. Now, it's also here, everything is corrected. There was a logical error in the writing. The teacher has to provide it so that the student, when they see the mark scripts, they see the gaps in their own work. One more thing here, even spelling, grammar errors, S&T errors, variation errors are all being corrected. Yeah. Yeah. And so now what you see here is actually a sample or lesson prep. All the colorful letters in this page, right, everyone, are notes from the teachers. Basically, these colorful letters are not in the actual notes, but they plan like this. Like for this page, I want to go through like this. I want to do this activity. I want to ask these questions. And eventually, as they go through the lesson with the student eventually write these notes in their own papers. So it's very detailed, even breaking down what word means and presenting how it means to the students in a very creative way. It's being planned by our teachers. And even this is the page where this is a sample page where we unpack a composition question. You will see from the colors here that the teacher will define the word. The teacher will go through some sample sentences on how it can be used into the composition question, and sometimes even nuances, because some words can have more than one meaning. So we talk about possibilities, that can you write this type of story, or can you write that type of story using all the different meanings of this word, and which one is easier to use, which definition is easier to use based on the pictures given to you. So we make those connections when we break down composition questions and photo available for the students to choose from. Yeah, so that's truly amazing. Look at this. Teachers even write phrases, very creative phrases for the students to actually use. Depending on the theme of that day's composition, the teachers put in the effort to even add in more vocab phrases for the students to write and learn as well. So it's truly amazing how the teachers are able to prepare for the lessons. So on top of that, let me actually show you some of our teachers here in Writers at Work. First, let us welcome teacher Ruvindi. Okay, so it's pretty much nice. It's nicer, to really be able to imagine a proper Writers at Work lesson. Now that you've seen mark scripts, now that you've seen lessons, now let's see some of our teachers. Let's go. Oh, that's nice. So at least there you got to see how teacher Vindi sounds like, and what are the techniques that she actually uses in class to make the class engaging and to ensure that her students actually understands what she's teaching. So she said she was going to go around, ask questions, and make sure she checks for understanding by following doing some follow-up questions, and she even finds additional resources to teach in her class. Yes, so come and join us with teacher Vindi's class, people. Now, let me show you two more teachers actually, so at least you get to see the variety of experienced teachers we have here in Writers at Work. And now let's come and see teacher Ilya. Teacher Ilya is also kind of like personality-wise very different. I would say they both have very different. How do I say this? Teaching style. Very different teaching style, but very same level in a way of like they do care on how the students are learning and how the students are understanding the lesson. Yeah. So let's see who teacher Ilya is. And oh, we don't have teacher Ilya's video, is it? Okay, let's see teacher Jacqueline. Teacher Jacqueline, very good with kids. Let's see. Yes, that was teacher Jacqueline, a very patient teacher who's very good with her. A lot of her kids really love her, and you can also see some tips from her on how to make sure you take down the right notes, set of notes, and you do the revisions properly. Now, one more teacher. Let's add one last teacher, so I get to show you three teachers now, and then perhaps in the future I'll show you a bit more of who our teacher is. This time around, who do we have? Okay, teacher Isabel. Let's go. Yes. Teacher Isabel is also the type of teacher who try to make sure that there's variation in the way she presents information in class so students stay engaged as they continue learning here in Radisson Work. So truly amazing teachers. And so if you want to meet these exciting and very loving and experienced teachers, come and join us for our holiday program here in Radisson Work, especially this coming June. This coming June, we have about less than a month away actually. So I hope you're in the time where you're preparing on how you want to make the most of your June holidays, especially for revision and also at the same time having fun, recharging, getting back those energy, facing positivity again. For June holiday programs, as you can see up in here, we have 7 programs, all we have programs available for all levels in the primary level. Yeah. And then most especially for our students who are going to be facing PSLE paper 1 soon, we have a June PSLE composition writing crash course available for you. Now, it's not just about June. If you are really in the midst of planning out, we do have programs being offered also after June, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. So after June, do keep in mind there's 2 school holidays coming up. There's 7th of July, which is Youth Day, and there's also National Day, which is 11th of August. And so for these 2 holidays, we're offering one-day programs targeting to help you with the first hurdle that's coming up for you for PSLE, which is the PSLE oral happening in August. So we have PSLE Oral Intensive Crash Course and PSLE Oral One-to-One Intensive Coaching. Yeah. So the crash course is a 2-hour course, but if you want something a bit more personalized where all the attention of the teacher is just towards you, then we also have PSLE Oral One-to-One Intensive Coaching. Yeah. Now, to those of you who are also very much interested in really exploring paper 2 revision, being a paper that's almost really half of your entire PSLE English grade, we have a 10-day fully online program where you get to practice one top school paper per day. Actually, it's per night because it happens at 7:30 to 9 p.m. It runs for 10 weeknights. And then we will go through a top school paper from 2024, which is end of year paper for primary 5 students, and then prelim paper 2024 for primary 6 students. So the teacher will be with you via Zoom. You will go through the paper 2, and then at the same time, you will go through techniques on how to deal with very commonly tested comprehension closed questions, comprehension open-ended, grammar questions, synthesis and transformation. Yes. And I'm sharing this with you because all these one-day programs and this Top Schools English Exam Paper 2 revision, we are currently running the early bird promotion. So we are giving away a very important ebook, Top Exam Strategies and Must-Have Grammar Cheat Sheets. So please, if you are decided, it's a good time because we're giving away a $50 voucher as well. So this is the details of the PSLE Oral Intensive Crash Course. Have a look, scan the QR code if you are interested to join. Then it's available on the school holiday on 7th July 2025 and on 11th August 2025 as well. Now you also have the details for PSLE Oral One-to-One Intensive Coaching right here, available on those school holidays that I just mentioned. These two are currently in early bird. And then you have Top Schools English Exam Paper 2 revision. We want to be very flexible and we want to make sure you get the chance to go through this 10-day fully online program to practice paper 2. That's why we're offering 5 rounds for this. The dates are there on top. We are running this from July to September up until just before paper 1 and 2 for PSLE. So you get that very final stretch of paper 2 revision. We are going through P5 end of year papers from 2024 and P6 prelim papers from 2024, which are actually the most recent exam papers. A teacher will go through with you. You will receive annotated answer keys. And if you join us for, if you actually go for the 10-day bundle, you are getting a discount price. And at the same time, you're getting 2 free additional resources. You're getting the 2023 and 2024 PSLE English Paper 2 annotated answer key as well. So you get additional revision resources if you go for the 10-day bundle. Yes. Okay. The video is showing here, Chin E. Or is it? Yeah, the video is showing on top of me. Yes, thank you. Now, of course, the gifts are out there waiting for you for when you sign up with us. This is actually the ebook that I mentioned just now. This ebook that you're getting, if you sign up this month of May for these 2 courses on top, this ebook has everything. It will break down examination SOP for you. What is the process that you have to follow once you are in that section of the paper? What do you do first when you're already in comprehension open-ended? What are the things that you should be doing when you're doing comprehension closed? These are important things that we added into the paper, not just for paper 2, but also for paper 1. The process that you have to go through when you're writing composition and situational writing. At the same time, paper 4, what do you do during your preparation time on the examination day and during the actual examination when you're facing the examiners? And we also give you some revision tips just before the examination. On top of that, we give vocabulary phrases, vocabulary words, phrasal verbs, commonly misspelled words, and then grammar cheat sheets, grammar techniques that should help you, especially when it comes to the most commonly tested grammar questions in PSLE, ladies and gentlemen. So come and join us. This is a free gift that we're giving only to our early bird enrollees for these 2 programs on top. And to our Top Schools English Exam Paper 2 revision students, you will be receiving an exclusive Bright as a Work model composition ebook containing over 65 model compositions from primary all the way to secondary. Yeah. So do keep in mind our June holiday programs. Enrollment is ongoing. We are running it for 2nd to 27th June. I actually just saw the numbers earlier. Some of the weeks and some of the specific locations are actually filling up quite fast. So it's a good time for you to decide which week can you take the lesson, and where do you want to take them, because we do have multiple locations, but we don't offer them to all locations every single week. That means to say there's selected locations this week, there's another selected locations next week, but we try to make sure that we cover, for example, the east, the center area, the north area. So have a look, reach out to us, scan the QR code, or WhatsApp us at 8404-9281 so that we can schedule and we can secure the spot for your child, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, primary 1 to 6, these are the oral thematic programs that we're going through. Look at the happy kids that we have here. And we hope that you will be the next set of happy kids who's going to be enjoying this program for June and for the holidays after June, peoples. Yes. So yeah, look at this. The 5 themes that we're going through for primary 5 and primary 5 and 6 oral thematic set A. And then happy kids once more, ladies and gentlemen. Gift again, of course, be reminded. And these are the 5 themes that you're also going for oral thematic primary 5 and 6 set B. 2 sets, just so you could explore all these 10 commonly tested themes. You have the freedom to actually join both because we're running them in more than 1 week for June. So come and join us, people, and become one of these happy students who is actually also enjoying the benefits of our holiday program and also a regular program. We also do have programs for those who want to focus on paper 2 and oral. So you have here PSLE English paper 2 plus oral, where you go through oral, comprehension open-ended, grammar, synthesis and transformation, comprehension close for 5 days, one zooming in. You're zooming in 1 area per day. You can see it right there. QR code is also there for you to explore. So become one of our happy kids. I'm inviting you to join our June holiday programs or share this information with anyone who you think may benefit from it. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. I hope you have a good weekend ahead. And this is teacher Mitsuko